welcome back to Spooky Boy and the Spirit Sisters. Thank you, Cassidy. Today, on episode 13, we talk about aliens.
Fucking aliens.
Wait, are we actually rolling?
Yeah, I mean, we're just fucking rolling with it.
Yeah. Hey, guys, we're talking about aliens!
Oh, my God.
As you can tell, this is a really off-the-cuff kind of like final episode for us, but it is the final episode of season 1.
How crazy is it? Like, we finally
13
got to
episodes.
This point.
How crazy is it that the four of us committed to 13 fucking episodes? Right?
Yeah, and well, we're coming back for season 2, so 13 more.
Yeah.
It'll be 26 soon enough.
Yeah.
And when are we starting back? Like, what after the holidays, right?
January something.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll keep you guys posted. Follow us on Facebook and all that stuff.
It all depends on how the rest of 2020 ends.
Yeah.
It's going to end, and it's going to just be a continuation of it, just extended in 2021.
Oh, I hope not.
It's like we get to New Year's, and it's like 2 minutes, like it's like a minute before midnight.
It's that nightmare, and it resets to 2020.
Error screen, and it's like, sorry, 2020 sucked. Let's do it again.
Nope.
It's like that Goofy meme. Let's fucking do it again, or whatever.
What? There's a Goofy meme.
There's a fucking weird Goofy meme, and it's like a messed up Goofy, and it's just like, I'll fucking do it again. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I don't know.
I think I've seen that before.
I don't know. Hold on. I want to look this up.
You children are too young for me.
You guys keep talking about this episode, all that stuff. I'm going to look at this Goofy meme here. I need to know, all right?
This is important, yes.
But we couldn't have made it this far without all of you guys and all of your support and your interactions with us and being super patient with all of our tech difficulties that we've had. So thank all of you for getting us this far.
Yes. Thank all of you. No, seriously, though, like, we truly appreciate you guys who have stuck around and listened to us and everything. And like we said, we're going to come back for season 2. We're going to try to talk about even more crazy ass like stuff. We already have an idea of what we're going to talk about for our first episode.
We're not going to divulge it because we want to leave you into suspense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to leave the suspense.
mystery is the best.
We got to leave them wanting more.
Absolutely. Always wanting more. Never give the full thing.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
Just the tip.
Well, we didn't want to go there right away with this episode, but all right, we're there.
Dude, we're talking about fucking aliens, all right? Like,
It's about
We're talking about
time.
fucking aliens?
dude, there are people.
That is actually
honestly, that is a fucking thing that
Yes.
apparently is a common thing.
That is something I was going to touch on today.
How
common?
So
A lot of men claim that they get abducted and they get fucked by some humanoid-looking like female. And
there's
the next
actually
thing you
a whole
know,
documentary.
yes, there is.
About a gentleman who lost his virginity to an alien, and then throughout the rest of his life, like the aliens kept coming back to him.
Was that Starseed?
No,
Not the one that you're thinking
not
of.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is a
'Cause
different
you
one
and
I'm
I
talking
have
about.
seen that same documentary. Oh shit, what was his name? What is his name?
No, was
I'm
it
drawing a blank because like
Paul? No, wait.
no, it was definitely not Paul.
No.
Not Paul or John. It's none of the apostles. Stan? Was it Stan?
Oh, yeah, was it? It was-
I'm going to type in Stan
Steven.
alien abduction.
No, the one I'm talking about is a documentary called Love and Saucers.
Why does
That sounds like a cooking show or something.
Yeah, that or like one of those romance novels.
It
like
sounds
with
like
the...
a really bad 1978
It
like
does,
porno.
Yeah.
but it was one of those things that I could not look away from. So you can actually find it available pretty much anywhere. So you've got it on iTunes, Amazon Prime. Amazon Video has it. It's on YouTube. You can get it on DVD if you love it that so much that you have to own it.
What about Blu-ray?
Not there yet, but it was Stan. It was Stan Romanek, who was the Starseed person.
That
well, he gave
dude.
birth to the Starseed child, from what I can remember in that documentary. And then I remember them showing a picture of that, like, oh, here's the little girl off on the side of the porch. You and I watched this.
Is that the one?
And it was like we laughed our fucking asses
It looked
off
so
at it because it was
Photoshopped.
so beyond Photoshop. And people are like, that's evidence. No, it's not. That's Photoshop.
Yeah.
And then, like, the phone calls that they would
I
get where it was, like,
remember
this distorted little girl's voice.
And then they have videos
Hi,
of, like,
Daddy.
the fucking alien, like on the other side of the window, just kind of like, yeah.
Yes. Okay, I do remember watching that one. But this one in particular I was talking about, the guy's name is David Huggins. And he basically claims that when he was 14 years old, he lost his virginity to an alien. And the aliens kept coming back to him and going, like, almost like giving him updates, like, hey, yeah, here's what we did with all of your sperm. But he chronicled all these things in these, like, surreal paintings. So the documentary is about his experiences, but also, like, the paintings and how they each have a story, and he sits down and he tells you the story of it. So I'm like, as an artist, I'm like, this is really cool, and it's definitely a great way to give more exposure to your art, but I'm like, oh, I have so many emotions.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up pictures of his art right now, but
Like,
apparently...
how would that even work, you know, having sex with an alien?
I
Like,
mean, the way he describes it in the documentary was basically the same way that we as humans have sex.
If you want to see
Can
this,
an
literally
alien
go
orgasm?
to loveandsaucers.com and you can clearly see where you can watch the movie and everything. Or you can watch right off the website. You just got to pay $4.99. But
the first image that you
here,
see
Cassidy,
here,
here's what you can.
It's
oh my.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's literally a painting of
He doesn't
an
look like he's
alien-
enjoying it.
An alien riding
Well,
the dude.
let's see. Would you enjoy that? Being
In
abducted
painting
and
form.
thrown out on a fucking forest floor and being like,
If I met
I'm
the right
going to do
alien,
it.
You know, it's
I met the right alien.
the right rapist alien is what you're talking about? Because like, it wasn't consented. At least, I think at first.
what?
I don't.
Yeah, well, I think he
Honestly, I
started
don't
consenting
remember.
afterwards.
Oh, it was that good, huh?
I don't
mean, hey.
remember it being
Out of this world.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I'm making the
gold.
jokes. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was bad.
I don't remember what they said as far as like how the first encounter went, but they kept coming back to him. And like they eventually it came to a point where they were like, "Oh, here's all of your children. Like we used your DNA from these encounters and we made all of these children to commingle like our genetics." And this guy's like, "Yeah, I got to see them and that's great." And yeah, so
Yeah, I don't remember much. I just remember like the paintings he did. And he's a
Yeah.
good artist, but like my God,
that
I showed you one. Now amplify that by like 100.
like he literally made a painting for every single like,
Every
dream
time
he
he
had,
dreamed, encounter,
anytime.
all that.
Yeah.
Shit. Wow.
So
What do his kids look like? Did he like? They look like typical aliens with like hair or like different?
I
They
think
have
so.
they have
I think
more
there was a
in
picture
the
where he
documentary.
did where it was like after they came back like a couple different times, and they were like basically his children. I think if I remember right from that documentary, and
He
don't
said
quote
he
me. I
was at a
really
public
think I could be
situation.
totally recounting this completely wrong, but I thought one of the paintings where like he's having sex with this alien woman who's the one that's constantly been coming to him since like the start, and like his children were standing around in a circle watching it happen.
I
Oh,
don't
God.
remember that one. I think that just might be a fever dream of yours. But
God no.
I remember at one point he was at like a public speaking thing and someone came up. He's like, I saw one of them there, and he said it was ever so briefly. He's like, but I just knew somehow that they were one of them. And then later on, he had some other like encounter with one of them. Okay, that is a picture of the children all around, but he's not getting
No.
ridden by an alien in front of them. Like,
I know.
Austin, you have
I'm
like,
just
some
saying-
explaining.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, I found one of his pictures of, like, what his children looked like, and that was what I wanted to share, which we'll include on our website and stuff so that you guys
also,
can see
I
it.
apologize if it's not something you want to see.
No, okay, well, this isn't bad. Like, it's
Oh,
just
God.
literally, like, imagine, like,
Viewer discretion is
grays,
advised.
but, like, with more pale white skin. Like, that's really what it is. They're not even really grays.
No. Yeah, it's like just their face.
What? Wait, hold up. What the fuck are these like? Fucking like triangle heads? Like I don't even know.
They
like...
look like ETs. Like if ET had parents or grandparents, that's.
And
what
then
they look
ET's
like.
head went and got smushed by a hydraulic press. Like that's
Well,
really more so
There's
what it
also
looks like.
this picture.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Look at that woman.
Look at how ripped
Wow.
she is.
She is ripped and curvy.
I mean, I don't blame him for
And she's
consenting
got, like-
after a while.
I just that face though. I don't know.
She's got big titty goth girlfriend
you have to
vibes,
cover the face
especially
up.
with those
brown bag
like
that
those
shit.
bangs.
You gotta
Yeah.
brown bag that face.
Just
Oh man.
a little alcohol. Get through
But hey, you know. So when I said just the tip, I wasn't kidding. This man.
We were talking about fucking aliens. But yeah, so, well, yeah, there goes. That's it. That's my content, guys. It's been real.
That's just your content. You got nothing else to share.
No, I have.
'Cause didn't you
more,
have, like,
but I
what was it? Isn't there like the Palladians? Isn't there something like that? Not the Palladians.
Pleiadians are one of the different types of aliens.
I just remember the name. Can't recall a damn thing about them.
Then why did you bring them up?
Because I said I just remember the fucking name. That was it. I don't got nothing for them.
So we know. Okay, so as far as our alien knowledge goes, we've got the Greys, we've got reptilians,
Tall whites. That's.
which are the
Okay,
Pleiadians.
Oh,
Oh, is
okay.
that the same?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
shit.
Yes.
So now I got two names for them. That's all
They
I know.
come from the.
Oh wait, they're like the fucking what is it? Like
They come-
blonde hair, blue eyes, like right? Is that the
It's
thing?
not so much blue eyes. It's just they look like humans. Only the accounts from them are very similar to when we see pictures of like elves, and not like Santa elves, but more like almost like
Lord of the Rings elves.
yeah,
What?
like very slender, like long hair.
They sound
really
dope.
like their eyes
I
are
want to hang out
like
with them.
bigger though, like bigger eyes. Like it's yeah, but they come from the Pleiadian stars, like the star constellation. You've got like the 7 stars there, so they're supposed to derive from that system there or constellation.
I mean, I got stuff about like reptilians and shit like that.
The way you said that.
That they're
Yeah, I got some stuff. about
guys.
them.
I'm gonna hit you with the reptilians.
Yeah.
All right.
So I actually did a research paper in college about the reptilians.
You would.
What?
You
Yeah, I
would.
did. We had to. So the topic was just conspiracy theories, and we had to choose from like a list.
What class was this?
You
Conspiracy
English?
theory class.
of all the conspiracy theories, you choose reptilians.
Yeah, I do. Because everybody else was choosing like,
Illuminati.
well, yeah.
You're like everyone else was. Yeah, that's Kanye West.
That's
and-
about right.
Yeah, everybody was
Beyonce.
choosing like the typical stuff, and I
Like
was,
how the Colorado airport is actually a secret
Oh,
military
I forgot
base.
about that fucking airport.
So I was just like, you
Dude,
know what?
someone had a fever dream and made that airport.
Well,
Yeah.
the funny
Right.
thing is, the advertisings that they have in the airport for like the construction, they actually played off that.
yeah,
So they have
they roll
like
with the conspiracy theory.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
smart. That's fucking smart. Honestly, I want to go to that airport just to see it
Mm-hmm.
as like a tourist attraction or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right.
don't think
Anyways,
you can do that
hit
as
us.
much since
I wanna-
9/11.
They are basically just blood drinking, flesh eating, shape shifting extraterrestrial reptilian humanoids is what they are described as. That's fucking scary.
So it's like a
Dope.
fucking giant large gecko
Yeah.
that shape shifts into us.
Yep.
Are they? I didn't realize they shapeshifted. I just thought they were like.
Come on, you've never seen one of the videos where it's like, guys, look, I recorded on my fucking TiVo over here, and like it's like a newscaster, and it's like a weird glitch in the TV, and their fucking eyes slightly like change color, and they're like, see, reptilian, fucking reptilian. You ever seen those videos?
No, because
Really?
I don't watch stupid shit on the internet.
Ooh, burn.
Wow.
Damn.
Reminds me
Well,
of
we need to
Animorphs.
expand your stupid shit on the
Oh my god.
internet.
I always seen them like Jupiter Ascending, that movie by.
It's a fucking like.
I really liked that movie, but also I really liked
You
how
like
they.
Channing Tatum with his fucking like Apollo-esque like
It was a
sneakers
really
that jetted him around
cool-
in the air.
It was a really cool concept. I wish they would have continued making more movies with that. But I like how they did. They featured like a reptilian like creature. They featured
I
Greys.
don't remember that.
Yeah, there was a reptilian, like this lizard like henchman dude in there, and then they also had featured gray aliens in there.
I don't.
I've
recall
never seen
any of
it.
that.
Yeah.
I just remember Channing Tatum scooting around in the air with like fucking rollerblades.
Did you say Channing Tatum?
Did I say Tatum?
Yes.
Whatever. We're rolling with it. Tatum.
You just said Tatum twice.
Yeah, Tatum all the
Channing
time.
Tantrum. That's his MySpace.
Wah.
I've never seen that movie. So.
It's a pretty good one. It's
You haven't seen a lot of movies.
Yeah, I don't really.
You haven't seen Fifth Element,
Yeah, no.
and like that's a
Um,
crime.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of movies because I don't have the brain capacity to sit there and watch it.
What? Yes, you
This
do.
is coming from the
yes,
same
you do.
person
You're
who
a part of this
watches-
fucking podcast and so many other weird ass
This is
shit.
coming
You
from the
totally
same
have the brain
girl that
space.
binges SpongeBob before she goes to bed.
Shut up.
So
That's probably why you have fucking fever dreams. Are you
maybe.
ready?
You know what, Austin?
What?
I thought your Apple Pen was like a cigarette for a second, and I was like, oh, wow.
she's sick of our shit.
No,
That's
but
fair.
yeah, reptilians apparently like they have like one objective, and that is to enslave the human race. That's why a lot of like people say that the Illuminati, that they're all reptilian people, because they're trying to take over and like New World Order and all that shit.
Dude, Beyonce, I'm telling you, she's a reptilian.
They have this
I mean,
whole
that's
thing
cool
with
with me.
Beyonce and Madonna saying that whenever they do their concerts and stuff, they're all filled with like Illuminati shit. Like, you should have seen the conspiracy theorists when Madonna did that one concert where she had like the like helmet or that like bull-like helmet thing. Oh, they were like, that's it! They're performing rituals on stage, and they're using the millions of viewers watching for their energy, and...
I wonder how much of that
People
though,
are idiots.
is them
I'm
just,
just gonna
trying to
state
play
that.
off it, you know, and be like, oh, they think I'm in the Illuminati, so now I'm just gonna
Well, yeah,
give
because
it
if
something
it's got a
to
lot
talk
more
about.
views.
Yeah.
That bit
More
with
views, more-
Jim
means more
Carrey.
money.
That bit with Jim Carrey when he comes out on Jimmy Kimmel and he's got like the triangle and his tongue out. Like,
Yeah.
I
It's the
fucking
Illuminati.
love Jim
I'm
Carrey.
Me
coming
too.
out and talking about the Illuminati. I'm doing what we shouldn't do. Like it was a really
I fucking love Jim Carrey.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was such a good film.
I love that he's
Yeah.
just like he's so woke now in that sense
Yeah.
of just being like, who are we? Who am I? Who fucking cares? Like, we're all the same. Like, all that kind of shit. Now
Yeah.
that he paints, and I think, wasn't Kanye West who actually bought one of his fucking paintings?
probably.
And then I
Wouldn't
know
surprise
he
me.
did
I'd buy
a
one of his
college
paintings.
speech. He did a college speech that they invited him to, and he donated to the college, like, one of his murals that he did, and it was like a fucking, that thing had to be like 20 feet tall. I was like, how the hell did you transport that shit? How did you get it out of your house or your garage or whatever?
Aliens.
Reptilians, goddammit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sake, my bad.
Yeah, I'm a little hungover today, so I'm
Yeah,
not
hair of
running
the dog,
on
right?
all cylinders. But I do my best.
Well, we're talking about aliens, so I think that's probably
Yeah.
the best. Not
Yeah.
to be running on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Hey, I think aliens can be a very serious
Dude,
topic.
okay, like, I believe in extraterrestrials.
Yes.
Like, I do. But I believe that 95% of the fucking abduction, like, stories out there are completely fabricated bullshit. Because people want their 5 seconds of fame.
No. I don't know.
Dogs and cats everywhere, like, ouch.
They're all they're all quaking. Like
Do you believe the water is turning the frogs gay?
I mean, the more gay frogs, the better. But
I'm
No,
gonna stick
I
a little
don't.
Alex Jones in there.
Alex Jones has no. How
Dude,
dare
he
you
got
bring him
kicked
in
off-
here?
Dude, he got kicked off so many fucking platforms.
Good, because he's a fucking asshole.
Oh, but he is so goddamn entertaining.
I don't care. I don't want to give any time or energy to that twat nugget.
Twat nugget.
But a lot of people believe that reptilians were like responsible for the Holocaust, the Oklahoma City bombings, and the 9/11 attacks. Like, not like fully responsible for it, but like the people that are supposedly supposed to be the reptilian people, like.
I'm just gonna be on the record.
You lost me.
I'm gonna be on the record
I
now.
lost myself.
No. The fucking answer is no.
No, I know. Trust me. I know.
But what if it's yes?
No.
Damn, Austin.
What if a little yes, just the tip of yes.
There is never the tip of yes. There's just no for that. People did that. People, not fucking alien race.
People that could have been.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No.
People that could have been put up to it by the alien race.
I'm really honest right now because I've been drinking.
Yeah,
I know.
So
okay, but wait, Lauren, you'll have something to say about this.
yes, I will.
I said Lauren.
I will also
ready to
have
cut
something.
you off.
I will already have something to say about this.
Austin off.
Never.
As he
People
downs
say-
another thing of sake.
Fuck yes.
So
This would be my
apparently
second full bottle of sake.
the Anunnaki were also
Oh yeah, no, you're right. This is totally Lauren.
Q Lauren.
Wait, hold up. Did you watch Ancient Aliens?
My mom and my stepdad do. I do
I
not.
actually used to have
Okay.
seasons 1 and 2 on DVD of Ancient Aliens.
And then she was like, "I like money
What a
more."
flex.
So I sold that.
Actually,
shit.
they were gifted to me, so yeah.
That makes it even more special.
But
Right?
Wait, who gifted
but
that?
who do you think gifted it to me?
The alien.
Yes. But so I want to do another episode on that whole thing because like the Anunnaki and all of that. I don't believe the Anunnaki are of the reptilians, if I even believe in reptilians.
Fucking lizard people.
If anything, I feel like the Anunnaki would have been either a completely different race of alien altogether, or I think it'd be more plausible that they are like Pleiadian, or what was the other one? Is it Andromedan?
I
Yeah.
don't know. But
So-
isn't there the whole theory that the Anunnaki
They came
were
from the
part of
stars.
like the ancient
That's
aliens
their-
and that whole thing? Like basically the reason we know what we know is because of them.
Yes.
And then they were like, "All right, well, we taught you guys. Go fuck yourselves. We're out."
It wasn't so much. So there's a theory that the whole part of Ancient Aliens is the premise that it's possible that aliens came down and were like, here's this knowledge to help advance. I'm talking about advancement, and Cassidy's over here deep-throating a bottle. Like,
All right,
I
so
don't think anyone would notice.
I mean,
all we hear is the clang.
yeah, we heard the clank and we turned our head.
I fucked my
I wasn't
teeth out just a
expecting
bit.
that when I was like, "All right, so here's the bottle of sake," and you're like, "All right, let me try it this way." Clank.
I didn't feel like using my hands, you know?
That's
It
fair.
happens.
Talking about human intelligence. Meanwhile, Cassidy's over in the corner deep-throating a bottle. So,
I mean, what do you want? What do you want?
What do you expect is the better question.
anyway, people believe that aliens came down and was like, here's knowledge that we can help you move along. And then it wasn't so much they were like, peace, motherfuckers, like, we're out. It was like, okay, let's watch them like go through their lives and progress as like humans can and see
Mistake.
where they go.
Right?
And obviously humans are horrible. So
They look at 2020 and they just Peace out, motherfucker.
But
Well,
like,
they could look at
there's
any
multiple
points in history
times.
in time. Like, we invade each other, we kill each other.
Truth.
And there's
What the
multiple
fuck?
times where they're
Right.
like, they're finding paintings on caves and different hieroglyphics of some star-like being coming down and being like, where they shed this knowledge onto the peoples, and it's like knowledge that they weren't there yet, but it like progressed them very like further into the future for them. And
Well, there's that whole theory about ancient civilization, right? And then, like, the great giant flood of Noah happened and wiped out all that knowledge that we used to have, and we had to reset. We used to be, like, further, and that was, like, us being taught by the Anunnaki? Is that what the fuck you call them?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
isn't that what I just fucking said?
I
You
wasn't
mentioned
paying
about
attention.
Civilization of being wiped out and shit.
So
on.
remember when I said that they shapeshift?
Yes.
Apparently there's a theory that it's just a glitch and it makes it look like
Wait, so they're always the reptile? Or they're always...
Wait, this is the glitch that I was talking about, right? Like,
I was
when they see him on the fucking TV and they record that shit,
yes.
and they're like, "Oh, look at the fucking eyes! It's a reptilian."
Yeah.
I mentioned this shit like 20 minutes ago.
That's
Probably
right,
not
you
even
did.
20 minutes ago, but whatever. I fucking mentioned it.
Yeah, you did.
I don't believe you.
But I'm reaffirming it. But yeah, apparently there's no like concrete evidence of reptilians actually being a thing. So I'm like, well,
What?
okay,
You're fucking...
Wow.
You're
No, I
shitting
know.
me
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
I know, it's crazy.
Wow.
Dude,
So
my
yeah.
life is a lie.
Right?
Wait,
I know.
the FBI came out and said that aliens are a thing. They didn't specify.
They didn't say aliens. They said unidentified flying objects.
Yeah, well, I could be an unidentified flying
Yes, you
object.
fucking could be. If we shot you out of a cannon and a majority of people were like, "What the fuck is that?" Yeah, you got it. You do that, you're a UFO. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks' seventh cousin and a UFO.
Oh my
I
goodness.
broke my
So-
glasses once, I'll break them again.
Okay, but I want to real quick before we move on from the reptilian people, I want to. There's a comment on
John
this
Stamos.
thing.
What? Hold on,
I'm not
pause.
gonna-
What did you say,
what?
Lauren?
John Stamos? What? I don't know why John Stamos just came to mind.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's not a reptilian.
I'd hope not.
You know what,
I
though? That
don't
man
want-
doesn't really age. So.
Yes.
He's a beautiful man.
Yes, Uncle
Yeah.
Jesse is.
All right. Well, we covered that. Anyways,
okay,
please continue.
Okay, so someone commented on this article that I have. This is not the same article that I used for the research paper. This is a different one I found. Saying, I recently discovered that I am one of them, meaning the reptilian people. Ever since I was a kid, I traveled to many dimensions I couldn't understand.
Okay. I'm already dying. Hang on.
Bullshit.
See, I was reading this
Do
and
they
I
mean
couldn't
physically,
stop.
or do they mean like in guided meditation?
don't-
like in sleep.
Yeah, I traveled
Ever
to many
since I was
places when I
acid,
sleep.
I traveled to many dimensions.
shrooms.
I couldn't understand what was going on, so I blocked that out of my mind. Everyone in my family thought that I had mental problems. So to seem normal, I
My
left
dude.
that chapter of my life alone. When I turned 26, everything started happening again, and I did a lot of drugs, and I think that it triggered.
Okay,
it.
right then and there. That
I know.
right there fucking
I
literally
know.
takes me out of the... Like, I was like, okay, like, look, we had our first episode about our spiritual awakenings.
Right.
We've talked about so many fucking different experiences we've had
Right.
throughout this first season. I was like, okay, I'll take my skepticism, set it aside, try to, like, just listen to this dude's story. And then he was like, yeah, dude, I was tripping on acid and
Did a
Fucking
shit
hell,
ton
man.
of drugs. Like,
Yeah.
so no, he
Yeah.
He just shot himself in the foot right there with me.
Yeah, and he thought that he was going crazy, and he lost all sense of reality, like he had overdosed 7 times, essentially, is how he felt.
Wait, what? Is how he felt?
Yeah.
How do you feel like he
I
overdosed
know.
7
You
times?
know when you fucking OD.
Right, I know. So, yeah, the whole time I was reading this, I was just like, this just proves even more that this...
People are whack.
Well, now,
Yeah.
did he say he traveled with reptilians?
But.
Ass.
But
Okay, like, think about it. Think about it.
big booty bitches.
Think about it.
Think about it. Just think about it.
Don't you think that it's, if you're, okay, say I am a government agency,
Oh, God,
and I
here we
am
go.
hiding a bunch of secrets that have been talked about amongst people and rumored and shit. Instead of coming out and being like, this doesn't exist, this isn't a thing, move on, don't talk about it, wouldn't you think the better idea was to push the crazies, like, experiences forward, to be like,
Well, yeah,
this guy clearly has tripped balls, has done all this stuff, so he's saying he's seeing aliens. Really, guys? Aliens?
Okay, so,
Meanwhile, they have like
listen.
1,200 of them buried or contained in Area 51.
Okay, listen. I'm going to pause you here for a second. So this dude wrote his own comment on that article. It was the goddamn CIA who came out, fucking typed this shit up here, Lauren. Now, I will agree with you. I will agree with you. What is a better way to make the masses believe that this shit is insane, right?
By having crazy people coming out and being like, yeah, this is so true.
Yes, but they publish stories like that and shit like that. They're not having like, fucking blah, blah, blah here. Fucking 69, 420, blaze it, commoner.
They could be a professional
went on a
troll
fucking
for the government agencies that are
really-
trying to hide it.
Like fucking went on Medium.com,
But what if
signed
the
up for an
person
account, wrote his
actually-
goddamn own experiences, and everyone's like, CIA.
But what if the person actually used their, like, actual name in it? So then
That could easily be people
5 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
So...
You heard it here. She just said, 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Nope, you fucking heard it
No,
here. It's
no,
recorded.
No.
She agreed
no,
with me.
No.
I win.
Think of how easy it is to create a fake profile. People do it all the time. They do it on Facebook. They do it on Instagram. And then all you need is some Photoshop. You don't even need, like, amazing Photoshop skills. You can take mediocre to beginner Photoshop skills and, like, make yourself look like you're one person when you're not. Like, there's people who fake going on vacations and they just Photoshop themselves into, like, tropical backgrounds.
Yeah,
and
they always
really
forget
they're
the
sitting at
shadow.
home
They always
bored.
forget the goddamn shadow because they don't understand how the
true.
sun works and the way the shadow casting. But we're not going to go into that. But no, like I said, I agree with you. Like, a better narrative is
Write that
to.
down in the books. He agrees with me.
Well, you also
it is
agreed
December
with me.
13th,
So it
5:29
cancels out.
at night. He agrees
God
with
damn
me.
it. But no, like, what is a better way? Like, let hysteria,
Hysteria?
like, convince the masses either way, right? Because so many people are going to be like, no, go fuck yourself, nothing's real. And then you're going to have the other people the same way saying, no, go fuck yourself, everything's real. Like, so, yeah, I could see that. But, like, some dude who's like, I read this article and I'm going to talk about how I tripped acid and shrooms and LSD.
I think
And I
it was-
fucking went on DMT trip here in Australia and went to Burning Man. And I went to different dimensions and held the hands of reptilians and greys and Palladians and the tall whites, which are the same, and whatever the goddamn other alien races are out there. And they're like, they probed me. They had sex with me. And now star
Apparently, this
seeds.
guy took a video while this was going on.
Bullshit.
And he said, I took a video of what was happening around me, and there was apparently this guy.
Like a horse.
This guy apparently doesn't know how to speak English properly his grammar is terrible.
Be from another country, and that's fine.
Not his first language.
Or what he could have done was like, I don't know English, so I'll type
Right.
everything I need
Yeah.
in English.
No, I'm
Google
not saying.
Translate.
Yeah, it's just I'm having a hard time reading it because of the grammar. And
Oh, it's
all
fine.
of that.
Just, I want you, Amanda. Look at me. All right. I want you to read this exactly how he wrote it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right. So it was a presence that I felt so terrifying and so intimidating. I couldn't understand why I was feeling this way. So there was the evidence. I took a video of what was happening around me, and there was so clear that I got so scared of that entity. It was me.
Keep going.
So they saw their own shadow, and the entity is me.
That's me when I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror and I'm like, fuck.
I
That's
fucking
me.
understand 100% of that.
The entity is me. I want that on a shirt.
All along, there was a terrible evidence. I couldn't believe it was distorted. My video caught me when I turned into that entity. I'm able to spot anyone that's a reptilian and see them as who
Fucking
they
couldn't
really
spot
are.
a reptilian fucking walking
My
around.
reflection of me in the mirror is about 7 feet
Shapeshifters,
tall,
goddammit.
when
You
in
don't recognize-
reality I'm only
Listen,
5'7".
cryptacid.
Well, that's
The
my
big glitch,
story.
Austin.
I'm still very scared.
It just
something
honestly,
like that.
literally, I was like, okay,
But-
like I said earlier, right? I was like, okay, like his story could be real, and then he was like, yeah, I fucking
was me.
I fucking abused drugs hardcore.
If you guys want that
Um,
as a merch idea for like the future, like a
Yeah.
long
Entity
time
is
ago,
me?
Entity
Yeah.
Oh,
is
I
me.
thought you meant I abused drugs.
All right, we aren't talking about our past here, all right?
Yeah,
At least for
Austin.
two of us. Shut the fuck up.
But yeah, I was like, I was wondering what his username was, because if it's like reptilian boy, love a like alien life 444 or some
Alien
shit.
dick.
42069.
That's
Is it?
6'9".
DMT baby.
yeah.
No, but yeah. So that's what I got on reptilian people. Like, it's fucking weird, and it's not real, but it's just
But how can we say it's not real?
that's true.
Because
it's
the one
very
theory
true.
that I've heard about reptilians, right, is that could you fucking stop? So for context, Lauren is like taking a paintbrush and like trying to tickle me with it, and it's just it doesn't tickle. It's just weird.
Because he's getting turned on by it.
What the fuck? Absolutely not. No, but reptilians. I've heard part of it. Like, have you guys ever heard about the theory of like there's a hole in our Earth? Like, there's
Maybe.
some pilots from like World War II who had to like fly over like Antarctica, and next thing you know, like they ended up in a fucking like hole, and there's just like, oh, there's still dinosaurs here, and there's a whole other ecosystem in the center of our planet. Now, I think they were on drugs or just completely
Well, yeah.
delusional, because if they were pilots and back then, like if you went to a certain altitude, if your oxygen levels deplete too much, you start hallucinating and stuff. Because I've been in the mountains, I lived in the mountains
Right.
and all that shit, and like it fucks you up when you're used to sea level and you go way above it.
Oh yeah.
But so I think in a way that's what happened to them. Like, but who knows?
Yeah.
Because there's also a story, I think, from like the late 1800s about this family who found these two little kids, and they were radiating green, and they claimed to be from the center of the planet.
Is this
and-
another missing 411?
No.
Is this my past life?
Did they
Maybe.
start sputtering and ask them to shit in a bag?
No, that would have been better. This is basically they just claim that they like got lost and that they came out of a giant hole, which was pretty much the center of our fucking world.
We all came out of giant holes, Austin.
All
Think
right,
about
well,
that.
So
I don't want to think about that. I've seen images of that, and that's disturbing. But basically,
Childbirth is beautiful.
there's the whole
It's a
thing
gift.
that potentially reptilians, from my understanding, at least one theory I've seen, is that they come from the center of the earth. And they're like, fuck humanity, we're better, we're going to take over.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that kind of... I've never read the Jules Verne Journey to the Center of the Earth, but isn't that
I've
kind
never
of...
Isn't
read
that
it
a
either, but I've
movie?
seen the movie with Brendan Fraser, as well as I think there was one with The Rock.
That came later. But basically, yeah, that there was...
The Rock.
Yes.
A whole, like...
Early 2000s, baby.
There was a whole, like, world, basically, that's
Yeah, there's a
thriving and
whole
everything
goddamn world.
under-
Like, that's what I said. Like, a whole ecosystem, dinosaurs still exist, all that shit.
Yeah.
You completely spaced the fuck out.
Now you know what it's like when I talk.
Exactly.
Oh, ouch. That
Ow.
sounded like it hurt.
That doesn't feel good.
Also, this brush, like, does nothing for me. It
Right?
just hurts. Like, what's
I
the...
was using one of the side bristles.
Doesn't hurt.
Even
Try
the-
it on your nipple.
Even this... well, that's different.
You realize I'm not cutting any of this content. This is just fucking
have
going,
to.
no, I'm absolutely not
You
cutting
can't.
anything.
We'll get
I can't
scrapped.
at-
We can't
well.
have our listeners thinking we're weird.
Yeah.
They already do.
Wow. Because we have a fucking podcast that talks nothing about the weird and unusual.
But not rubbing our nipples with brush is weird.
You know, everyone's into their own
It's
kink.
not a sex pod.
Sex
With
bomb.
you, anything's
Okay.
possible.
So,
Anyways.
possible.
So, Grace.
Rays.
So I heard that they have a base on our moon.
That the moon is fake.
The moon is hollow,
Yeah.
and it's made
Yeah.
of metal
Mm-hmm.
of some sort.
Styrofoam.
Yeah, that's probably.
The moon
Like
is
those
fake.
big styrofoam balls at Michael's.
That the only reason you don't see the other side of the
Goddamn
moon.
Hobby Lobby, like, I need to make a planetarium for my science project for fifth grade.
The reason we don't see the other side of the moon or the underside of the moon, we only ever see like the one side of the moon, is because it's actually.
You mean we
like,
never see the dark side of the moon?
Oh.
Great album by Pink Floyd.
Because
It's also a level on Mario Odyssey that I
Hell
can't,
yeah,
that I
it
can't
is.
fucking beat.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry.
sore
I'm sorry
subject.
you're inadequate at gaming.
Oh,
You're an all-star.
Rest in peace, Amanda.
Thank you for the Smash Mouth reference.
Episode 13 is going to end with each of us murdering the other.
Yeah, that's...
Cassidy versus Amanda, Lauren versus Austin.
Yeah, no, this is reality.
And you know-
Season 2.
Yeah.
Lauren
Record
versus everyone.
actual recording of ourselves.
Hey, I don't want to say I've been a part of a fight club before because I'm not
Lauren.
allowed to. And
So you just talked about, therefore you're kicked out, and
Yep.
goddamn, you broke
But
the fucking
hypothetically
rule.
speaking,
No, there's no hypothetical. You don't talk about Fight Club.
that fight club.
Okay. Wait. I'm going to
Anyways,
hone us.
Grace.
But first, what would you guys do if you got abducted by the Greys?
I'd be so fucking excited.
So if I was
Oh my
abducted, let's be honest, what the fuck could any of us do? Apparently, from the stories, people, like, even if they start to have a, like, resist them, they get the fuck
It depends on what
knocked
type
out,
of
right?
abduction. Like,
Oh, God, here it goes. It's going to go sexual. And
Why,
she's gonna be like,
why
"Oh,
did
no."
I
No,
ask
it's not,
this?
so it depends on what type
Because
of
you were actually curious about two of our responses, because you would understand they were sort of normal, and then you realized Lauren's got a fucking bizarre one, which might turn to sexual.
Honestly,
Shit.
I kind of expected it would, and I still asked
How
anyways.
can you expect us to do an alien episode and not bring up anal probing? Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
It's a part of it. I don't understand
Okay.
it, and that's why, in a way, I'm like, why the fuck are
So,
aliens
Lauren,
so
what's yours?
concerned with our anus?
What is your
because they don't
response?
have an anus, right? Or do they?
I
don't know.
Do aliens have buttholes?
That is the question.
Science.
Comment
like-
now. Comment below and let us know. Do you think aliens have assholes?
Well, like, that was, like, one of the theories, like, with Betty and Barney Hill, like, and they, like,
Yes.
they took the needle and they put it in her navel, and, like, it's, like, you know, they want to discover our bodies because they don't, these are things they don't have. They don't have belly
Our
buttons.
body is a wonderland.
You know, like,
But also,
John Mayer was
listen
singing about
here.
that.
John Mayer.
John Mayer was just singing about anal probing.
About his own alien abduction.
dude, I would listen to that.
Or he's a reptilian and now he's like, our
it
bodies
wouldn't
are a
surprise me.
wonderland.
It's
Your cotton candy tongue.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy.
I don't have that, so I have to sing about it.
All right, Lauren.
Anyways, okay,
All
yeah,
right.
hit us with your weird ass shit.
Take us away, Lauren.
Depends on the type of abduction. If it's something that's like, I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden something weird happens, I'd be like, okay, I'm vibing with it. I'm vibing. I'd want to know immediately, like, what was going on. I'd be curious. Sure, I'd be a little freaked out. But ultimately, like, if it's for information, I'm an open book. Like, they're curious, I'll tell them anything they want to know.
Dude, if it stops me from getting fucking probed
Right.
up my asshole, I will tell them
Anything they want.
they want.
Honestly,
Right.
I could unleash knowledge to them to where it's like, you need to probe us? Okay, but you gotta give a little foreplay. So, this is what you do. And I can give them a step-by-step
Do you remember how we
guide.
paused like
Like-
5 minutes ago and we were like, oh God, here comes Lauren, where Amanda was like, all right, what is your guys' belief in this shit? Not understanding that Lauren was going to be like, all
What
right,
is
let
the
me
point
sprinkle
of anal
sexual
probing? No,
shit in
you
here
want to
for
go
ya.
through the
I hate
urethra?
to break it to you, Austin, but I knew.
What?
You
Sorry if
wanna
I
go
blew your goddamn eardrums out there,
want to go
but
through the
Jesus.
urethra for the good stuff.
No, they don't.
I haven't drank enough alcohol for
Yeah, start
my
chugging. This is
goodness.
why I knew this. This is why I fucking.
for you. Go for
So
it.
Amanda, this is why I was drinking way before we started, because I was like, I need it to get through
So
this
you
episode.
go through the urethra, and then
Lauren, do me a favor. Pause for 1 second. Take a swig, or drink your fucking like tropical juice here.
I'm being an open book.
As always.
I'm only giving you a little bit of a chapter.
Just continue.
Yeah, just fucking. Let's just get through this.
So, but honestly, it's like, okay, well, you want to know about our bodies? Ask me. I will be glad to tell you all about our bodies and what we can do and what we can't do. And then I'd be like, tit for tat. You do this to my body, I want to see your ship. I want some knowledge. So,
I want to see your shit.
Is your ship? Do you mean down below?
I want
Or-
to see your poop deck.
Or are you talking to the actual?
Like,
Saucer.
if it was a flying saucer, then sure. Some people say they get sucked up into a portal. Okay, take me on a little tour of where the fuck you brought me. Like,
Yeah, well, the portal
I
whole
would
thing
be
is like
solely
that.
in it
They get
for
caught in a beam of
knowledge.
light and they get like brought up in the ship. That's just like anti-gravitational
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
Which Bob Lazar. If we might dab into that tonight, I don't know.
I don't know. We're
But-
not gonna touch. We're not gonna.
Yeah,
we're
fucking-
not gonna talk about Bob Lazar tonight because he's a very
Oh
interesting
yeah, that is a
topic.
whole other
Yeah,
topic.
he
But
deserves his own
go on
episode.
Netflix
Yeah.
and watch the Bob Lazar documentary. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bob Lazar, Stephen Greer, like all of
Dr.
the
Stephen
Greer,
Greer, yeah.
Stephen Greer, like all of these guys are really awesome, and
The
I
fifth
do
kind.
want to
Yeah.
spend an entire podcast talking about them.
God, I would love to have them on this
Yeah.
this show.
Oh, yeah. Well, after this,
Maybe-
if they
maybe
listen to
like
this
9
episode,
seasons
they're
in,
never
9
gonna
seasons
have
in, when
this,
we're really
yeah.
fucking seasoned.
is this the kind of brand we want to?
Absolutely.
Urethra, you go through the urethra.
Never go through there. Never. Anyways, okay, yeah, keep going.
That's basically it. Kidding aside and sexual probing aside, I would just want
so
as
you think
much
that you
knowledge
could
as
like
I could.
exchange
Information.
like, information with them?
Honestly, yeah,
You'd
because
be like, all right.
the whole point
so
is
you
they want.
You can plant some seed in me, make a star seed.
I didn't say they can impregnate me. Consent.
Well, you're like, hey man, tit for tat.
Okay, tit for tat didn't include. I will carry this child for 9 months.
Birth an
But
alien.
like,
See it this way, right? Like, hey, I will birth a star seed, but I want to literally remember everything that I went through, and I want knowledge of the goddamn universe.
Mm-hmm.
I would fucking birth their child.
fuck yeah. Oh, you can't handle me saying go in through the urethra, but you
No,
want
'cause
to
that's
be
goddamn-
impregnated?
All right, if I was a chick, because I can't give birth out of my ass
Not
or
true.
near unless
Aliens will
unless
find a
they.
way.
Well, that's possibly
Your
true.
peen will open
Do
up
you
and
remember
all of a sudden,
the episode of Jimmy Neutron?
She
Oh
got you.
fuck! You're right. He laid an egg. What was
No.
he laid an egg? What?
It was Carl. Remember, like his
fucking Carl.
like the alien like grew in his like back area, like his butt.
Oh, never mind. Fuck that. I don't want the fucking. Oh, I don't know though. But like, could you imagine though? No, like, hear me out though. Like, literally understand and have the knowledge
What
that
would happen is your penis
extraterrestrials
opens
live.
up.
Ooh, now okay.
man.
So the other thing I'm thinking here is Dragon Ball Z and the Cell Saga, where he sucks up the
Yes.
androids and his like fucking tail, and it's a tail, but like it opens
His
up
tail
to the
code for
size of
something?
literally. No, it's just a tail. It's not a penis. Calm down, you and your
The excitement
angsty
and
ass
fear in her
hormones.
eyes.
But no, he has a tail, and it literally is like a vacuum, and he sucks up other androids so he can gain their power and evolve. But goddamn, could you imagine giving birth? Oh,
Through your penis.
fuck.
I just can't imagine giving birth, period. But that's another story.
Yeah.
No, I'm right there with you, and I'm a man, and you're a woman.
Well, yeah,
but like totally understand. All right,
Yeah,
so
but Greys, aren't they like?
bulbous ass heads
Yeah,
and little bodies,
that
4
and-
foot tall, and giant almond eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and aren't they like to blame for the majority of the like
Yeah, they say that a majority of abductions come
are
from them. Like
yeah.
from anything that
Also,
I've read.
the alien crashes are usually Greys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the most common.
I
That's
don't really
why
know if I believe in Roswell in the sense I really do. In a
Greys
way,
really
maybe I
get
believe
that
in
that
weather
whole
balloon.
like servant kind of thing, like sending the Greys out to do things, to collect things, to get
Yeah,
things.
because you have a theory that they're just the middlemen
kind
of
of
some higher being, right?
That's because that's just ultimately how it seems through all the different stories and recollections from things. But you rarely ever see like tall or like you rarely ever see Greys coming through and being like all philosophical and shit, like, we're here for peace, we're here for these, oh beautiful star seed, we're here. No, it's usually some other beautiful fucking extraterrestrial being. The Greys are usually like characterized as being like, yeah, basically little workers.
So funny enough that we talked about the reptilians before this, but apparently the Greys are actually in alliance with the reptilians.
Shut the fuck up.
Tit for tat.
No, they're not.
This is what I read this.
She
Was-
read it on the internet, so it's fact.
Yeah.
Obviously.
God, she read it on Reddit. Therefore,
No. Wikipedia. No.
God damn it.
It was
No, god damn it. It wasn't Reddit.
I saw it on 4chan, okay?
it's on Villain's Wiki.
What the fuck? Fuck off. We're done. Episode over. Everything with aliens. Bullshit. I'm calling it now.
Except they're all real,
All right,
it's
no,
all
honestly.
true, and
Continue.
But yeah, they're
Got a little
in
little
alliance with the reptilians. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Wow,
That's all you
slow
got.
clap.
yeah,
So
like,
you're
a real
you're
big build to that.
fucking. All right, guys.
No,
Breathe.
that's literally just a sentence in this article. Like that's it, and it just
They have an alliance. That's it.
skips.
Sounds
From
legit.
there.
I believe it.
But
Jesus
yeah, apparently
Christ.
they're like described as like,
Okay, honestly though, have you guys heard the theory about that Jesus was an alien?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
All right, cool.
Of course I have.
Yeah.
Well,
fuck
yeah,
off, Boston.
honestly.
We've all heard about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. I'll shut the fuck up and disappear forever. Season 2, just Spirit Sisters. No more Spooky
How do you
Boy.
not think we've heard that? Because, you know, the
I don't know. I just
the
fucking
Catholics
asked.
are all like, Mary got impregnated by God.
Angel?
Or an angel, okay, whatever.
I don't
Mary
fucking
Apparently-
got
Who gives a shit?
impregnated by
It's all
a
stories written by man.
deity.
Yeah.
Because virgin, if you're a virgin, you're pure. So it was like, oh, what if we read about a woman who didn't have sex, but she gave this birth to the Son of God.
Or
All right,
it's
I'm
the
pissing off
biggest-
a lot of people. I get that.
It's the biggest
but, like,
cover story.
Come on, think. Fucking just take a second.
Let's
Think.
piss off all of our readers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Make people think.
Right.
But
That's
fuck
what
reptilians.
Like to go back to the reptilians, like apparently there's this theory that a reptilian was the person, like someone that tricked Eve into eating the apple.
Because it was a snake.
Yeah.
Because Satan showed up, or Lucifer showed up in the form of a snake.
One thing I'm curious about is like how they like communicate, because like some people say that it's like kind of a telepathic thing.
Yeah, and then there's also the theory that they speak like they speak in tongues, like the weird like clicking noises, like that, like shit. Like, yeah, we're gonna keep that.
I
in
agree
there.
with what you just said,
What?
Amanda. That was
like,
profound.
Kosa? Like there's like
So, like, tribal shit?
Yeah, like there's a theory that they speak like that.
and that's also a theory why certain tribes do speak like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But some have said that like some of them spoke English to them, like they could if they chose to, but
Kind of English. Old English? Like Shakespearean English?
just whatever. I feel like whatever
Sup, homie?
that person's like language is, like whatever they're
they
familiar
like adapt
with.
to it.
Yeah.
And
Spell
because
allow
they
me.
have like the brain capacity to do that, like they're able to change their dialect
Yeah.
because they're so advanced.
But that's the
compared
theory.
to us.
Okay, so that's a theory I heard with the Greys, right? Like, they were essentially close to being sort of human
Yeah,
in a
they're
way,
like they're
but they
humanoid.
chose to lean more towards technology and
Yes.
advancement and stuff, and that fucked them up.
But
Mhm.
also
And then they
with
destroyed
that
their planet, and they had to go
advancement-
underground, and then
With-
they evolved into
with-
what they are.
With
Yeah.
that advancement, though, it's also that mindset of oneness. You know, being
Are Greys mole
connected
people?
to.
Yeah. Had to break your train of thought with that. Because if they had to go
Why?
underground after fucking up their
mean-
planet,
You could consider them
Mole
that.
people.
But no, what I was going with is connected because they're all in the same kind of thought process. They move as one. It's almost like hive mind, but not like the negative parts of it. You know, if you're feeling something, they can pick up on it, and so they don't need to talk because it's telepathic because they're all on the same level. You know, when you're meditating and you're going through yoga and stuff, it's that you want to be one with the world. You want to be one with the universe, one with your brothers and your sisters and all that stuff. And it's not so much that, oh, they're so advanced just technologically wise, but when it comes to enlightenment and just how they see things.
so why do they fucking probe us?
This
They're
is a
so
different-
enlightened, they're like, we need to check out the anus.
So, but it's kind of like how, like, with us as a group, like we can literally look at each other and just be like, and you fucking know what they're saying.
We probe each other sometimes. It's, you know.
No.
No!
No. I mean,
What you
Austin
do in
and I
a
probe each
bedroom,
other, but
Cassidy,
that's
is
different.
Whoa,
not-
Austin.
I'm just saying.
Austin and I probe
like,
each other,
oh,
but that's
no, we
different.
don't.
God.
What the fuck?
What do you call sex, honey?
And with that,
fuck
Amanda's
yourself.
going to the bathroom.
I just picture, hey baby, want to probe tonight?
No!
Can you imagine just being abducted and then someone being like, all right, just relax.
All right, so there is a case that I remember.
Oh,
Her name was Linda, and like, I'm not going to go super in depth with it, kind of thing, but she woke up in the middle of the night and she went to go freak out, and the alien was like, "Shush," and she's like, "Okay, I'll be
All right.
quiet."
Fine.
Yeah, no, honestly, that he was like, "Shh," and they're like, "All right,"
I'm sorry, but if an
All right, I'll be
alien
quiet.
told me to shush,
and then she
like,
got sucked
Don't you tell
through
me to shush!
right?
I
She-
would go full
the
berserk on
fucking
it.
like beam, the light beam, like sucked her through her closed window in New York, New York, Manhattan.
What?
Cassidy's an alien.
Whatever, man. We all
You
know.
can
when-
say man, but you can't say Manhattan.
I said Manhattan.
What did Doodle
No, you
Bob
said
say?
Manhattan.
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 All right. Do you think New York,
don't know.
New Yorkers are like Manhattan?
Manhattan.
Like
Manhattan.
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 No, Manhattan.
Pissing off a lot of New Yorkers right now. Anyways, she got fucking sucked through that after they were like, "Shh, don't freak out, baby." She's like, all right. You convinced me. Yet her husband's laying right next to her. And originally, when she woke up, she yeeted a pillow at them. And they were like,
I mean, I would eat anything.
I would eat
at them.
Okay, if I saw a 4-foot fucking creature that was as thin as a rail, I'm not going to throw a pillow at them. I'm going to go fucking choke slam them like it's WWE
If
over
I saw
here.
a 4-foot creature that was thin as a rail, I'd be like, come here, honey. You want food? I'll feed you.
Here
I'll
comes the
feed you.
plane. With
Choo
fucking
choo.
applesauce. Yeah.
What you
Yum,
want?
yum, 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 yum.
See, she gets it. Cassidy understands.
Yeah.
That's a first.
Yeah, apparently, Greys are like apparently a cryptid themselves, like as opposed to like aliens, because they do
What?
try to calm their
Gray.
But
essentially.
you think Bigfoot yeeting rocks at people are like, calm down, honey. It's okay.
I don't know. This is
Just let me hit you in the head with a
stuff that
fucking
I've read.
boulder.
Chewbacca just.
There's the theory that like Greys, you have some people that believe they're inherently negative, evil
Right.
kind of thing, and then you have other people that are like, oh, they're here to enlighten us.
Right.
And I want to fuck.
Hey, baby, I want to fuck.
DTF.
God damn you. Honestly, I feel like they see us like we're cattle.
Right.
Like if they're so advanced, able to leap light years ahead to get to our goddamn planet and abduct us, and they probe us and shit, like if they're fucking treating us like cattle, and then you think about cattle mutilations and shit like that, where they
Right.
actually take animals, cut them up, all that shit, and then throw their bodies back on the fucking farmland.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give a shit about us. They're literally here to see us as like, oh, what is this species? Let's see how they work.
Yeah, they're just observing.
Exactly. And then they're going to be like, okay, well, yeah, we did some of this. And maybe you have some of them that are like kind enough to be like, all right, we did our thing, and we're going to send them back.
Yeah.
Right? But honestly, I feel like they're extremely neutral in how they view us. They don't see us anything equal to them at all. But then they see us as like just pretty much if they had other life form, like as animals, like how we have it on our planet, they sort of view us the same way. Like they're just like, all right, cool. We're going to do what we want to do, throw them back out, and that's it.
But that could also lead to the whole, like,
Cassie, I'm going to punch you in the fucking throat.
hey,
Only you get a punch her in the throat?
Okay, no one's punching me in the throat. That's for next season.
just ever so nicely.
Yeah, just so you know.
Make it in the form of a
We
kiss.
swear we love each other.
Yeah, we
We
do.
do.
This is just how we are.
This is how we show our love.
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Shared trauma. But that could also be like, well, then the Greys are kind of like an alien form of their own that aren't as advanced, and then you've got the other ones that are more so they want to
Pretty
contact
fucking
with us.
advanced.
They
Yeah,
want.
I mean,
well, no, I mean like
compared
as
to
far
like
as
us.
well, no.
And
What I mean by that is like you've got those that are just like we want here, we just want to treat them like cattle, experiment on them, see what's going on. But then you have the other ones that are like we want to make contact with you, we want to talk with you, here's some knowledge we want to bestow upon you, like let us watch you and look over you and stuff like that.
Doesn't mean they're
Like-
less advanced because, like, you think about how we view life on this planet, right? We have some of us that view everything as equal, but then you have the other portion of us that are like, yeah, that's food.
I'm gonna put my professional cap on right now.
No, you aren't.
so something
I
that-
made sure to wear my professional thong today, so
So
You don't wear
okay,
that.
wait. There's this term that was thrown out about the Greys, basically saying that they're considered Nordic. aliens, like Norse? I
No.
don't know.
Explain.
I
Are
honestly
you sure
can't.
that's the Greys?
Yeah.
I feel like more like the tall whites or the Palladians. which
Yeah, that would
make
that's
sense.
where I
Because
like
they're always
that-
depicted as these super tall,
Yeah.
humanoid-like looking creatures, and they have blonde hair, blue eyes, so you would be like, oh, Thor.
Right.
shit
Like
like
Very
that.
much like
Norse.
yeah, like Titans and stuff.
Yeah.
So
like
that's
that.
where I got really confused. So if anybody knows anything about that, please, because I couldn't really because everything was leading more towards the tall whites, or whatever they're called. I don't even
Just call them Palladians.
Palladians.
Because there's the Pleiadians, the Andromedans.
Yeah.
There was another one. I think it started with a T.
T-Rex.
Absolutely.
Starts with a T. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know where that came from. It just was thrown out in this article, and I'm like, what? So
Somebody.
The dinosaurs and the aliens. Like,
Shut the fuck up. I'm just going to say that right now. Shut the fuck up.
but what if?
No.
yeah.
You know?
I get it, Cassidy.
Thank you, Amanda.
Where do you
you're
think
welcome.
Raptor Jesus came from?
I'm going to fucking throw myself in a ravine and bury myself in cement.
Where do you think Raptor Jesus came from? What would Raptor Jesus do?
Fucking eat us all. You can see us as food.
Oy.
He needs nutrients, and we're that.
Oy, my.
Fucking raptor Jesus.
I have a story. I have to scroll to it. From World War II, specifically in 1945 and
Oh, we're right at the end of World War II.
or 1944 and 1945. But yeah, basically. And apparently a airman from the 415th Night Fighter Squadron was the first person in World War II to see this they call it Foo Fighters essentially. And the term actually came from another, I believe it was a book, and there in the book there's a quote that says, where there's foo, there's fire. Fire? Yeah. So that's where they coined the term Foo Fighters, and that was what they called the UFOs that they were seeing. But the first person to see it was Lieutenant Fred Ringwald, and he was riding as an observer in a night fighter that was piloted by Lieutenant Ed Schluter, and Lieutenant Donald J. Myers was on radar. And apparently they were roaming through the Rhine Valley area, and which is on the French-German border, when he saw these lights that were coming over this hill. And there were about 8 to 10 of them in a row that were glowing orange. And when he saw them, he told the pilot, and the pilot actually saw them off his right wing. And when they checked the radar, nothing was coming up. So they couldn't explain what it was.
Yeah, so I just did a quick Google search here. You're totally right, dead on with everything. I was just trying to think of where it came from. So, Foo Fighters, in a sense, was they thought were what they called firekraut.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the whole thing, because it was during World War II over Europe in the Pacific Theater in 1944, and it was first in November of 1944. Yep. And, yeah, they were electromagnetic phenomenon, or what they almost considered ice crystals, or these weird forms of light. So, yeah, no, I just wanted to see where it originally sort of came from.
Yeah, and at first they thought it was lights from some kind of German air weapon, because they didn't know, because everything in World War II with the German army was very hush-hush. So, to their knowledge, that's what they thought it was. And they didn't say anything at first, but, yeah, when they were there, they saw that, and they got closer to it, and the lights just vanished. So they couldn't explain it. They didn't say anything. But then people throughout their unit started seeing things more. They didn't see that specific thing, but it was just going through the unit. And they at first thought it was like a collective psychosis, but there was no, they couldn't prove it because everybody seemed normal. So,
well, there's been accounts of astronauts who have seen things. And I think it's so hard because I've seen quite a bit, so it's like getting everything together. It's like the missing 411 cases. There's a lot of similar stories overlapping that it gets to a point where it's like, was that person who said that? Or maybe it was this person who said that? But there's a couple of astronauts who have said that they've seen, like, UFO type things while they were out there.
Now, I almost wonder, though, because during World War II, Germany did develop fighter planes.
V2
and
planes.
I'm almost assuming, what if, because you think a ball of fire, right? Like coming out of a jet, you would see literally that, especially if you're falling behind it. The only thing you're going to see, because it was a single jet engine that was mounted from underneath the plane.
Right.
So you would see just that. And it moved like 2 to 3 times quicker than a normal plane.
Right.
So I'm almost wondering if the Allied forces...
And that was a theory
wasn't
in this.
Just seeing that. Because it started in 1939, and then it was more prominent that they started using them through 44 through 45, towards the end of the war.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's, like, they couldn't, like, distinguish whether or not it was that, but that was a theory in there because the German army was very hush-hush with everything. So, but there other theories about what they saw were that there were flares that they were seeing, or there were weather balloons, or there's this thing called St. Elmo's fire, which is basically a phenomenon where lights appear on the tips of objects in stormy weather that can be seen from a plane.
Just
Yeah.
the tip.
How it goes rise,
But
goes right back to the beginning.
every single person that had seen this, like, for themselves, like, rejected those theories. They were like, no, it is not these things. It has to be aliens. And crazy, like, the thing about it, because one of the people that had seen these, his son spoke out later on in life after his father had passed away and said that he was not, like, a conspiracy theorist. Like, he did not believe in conspiracy theories or anything like that, but he was dead set that he had seen UFOs. Like, he had drawn this thing and, like, that, yeah. And
so he was bound to determine that it was like a saucer kind of thing.
Yeah. And another theory about it was combat fatigue, which is very real. But again, that was kind of debunked because they had talked to these people, they had done, like, psych evals on them, and they were fine. Like, yeah,
but they did it during the aftermath, right? So it's not like they were
after
like talking to them
but
during their actual flight.
Right.
They came down, they were at sea level.
Yeah.
Normal levels of oxygen.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, tell us what you saw. And during those potential hallucinations and stuff like that, and I'm like, I'm not saying that I don't believe in extraterrestrials, aliens, things like that, but like I said earlier, I do believe like 95% of it is some sort of delusion in our brain, right? Like, I mean, you literally had an article that you read, and you're literally in the comments, the guy literally admits to doing drugs.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah, it's
what the fuck? Like, how do you expect anyone to take your story?
Right. If you're
And believe
saying
that.
these things.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
You know, it's like people who trip on DMT and stuff like that. They'll be like, they talk about like, you know, this 15 minutes of going through different dimensions and seeing different like extraterrestrials as well as angels and things like that. And it's like, and they'll come back and they'll be like, my life has changed kind of thing. And it's like, and a lot of times it changes to the positive. They care more about the environment and shit like that. And so that's a good thing. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but you were literally putting yourself into, I don't know, like a different kind of state of mind because you were literally abusing something that does that.
Right.
You were getting high. So it's like, but they want people to be like, fucking believe me, man. I saw this shit. I saw Buddha. I'm sure you did.
Mm-hmm. Whether or not it actually happened.
But it wasn't an actual, like, at least in how I see it, it wasn't like they actually saw like a true entity or anything like that. It was like, you guys are doing drugs. Like,
yeah.
You literally were taking something to induce an effect in your brain chemically so that you would trip out. Therefore, whatever your mind created during that time of you tripping the fuck out is what you were going to see.
Right.
So if it was a positive one, awesome. If it was a negative one, well, that's going to fuck you up too.
Right. Yeah.
I did shrooms. I did that twice. And I both had negative things, but I wasn't like, oh my God, my life has changed. I'm profounded by these shadow figures dancing around on the fucking wall and my sister being an ass, being like, hooga booga booga, like fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog here. Like, you know.
I love that show.
Like, yeah, great show. But, you know, I came out of it and I was like, fuck.
Right.
And I was like, all right, let's try it again. And then I did it one more time and I was like, all right,
yeah,
never
I
again.
definitely think drugs can explain a lot of it, but I don't think that
it explains everything.
No, I'm not saying it explains everything. That's where like I said it, 95%, 90 to 95%, I think is a little bit of meh.
Yeah.
Is meh.
Yeah, and I really, honestly, within my story that I just talked about, like, I really think that it was the German army that was doing all of this stuff. Mainly because when the war ended, all the sightings stopped. Every single one of them. Like, all of the sightings were found in Nazi-occupied Europe. All of them.
Well, so how many scientists did we literally give immunity to and recruit over to the United States to advance our own technology? Because we weren't even nearly on the same level as they were. So we're like, fuck, we need their engineering. Well, hey, we'll either try you as a Nazi and kill your ass, or in secret you'll come work for the government and we'll pardon your ass, but you literally create shit for us. Of course they're going to fucking take that. They're going to be like, yeah, get shot in the head or hung or whatever it was, like, or survive and then literally change my name and then later on in life live out the rest of my life in America. Yeah, we'll take that.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, you got the Manhattan Project, and which eventually led to us creating the atom bomb and everything else. So it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's jets. That's my theory.
Yeah, the V2 rockets and all of that great stuff that the German army, like, came up with. Because apparently those things are also magnetized, and that could explain why things were flying so close and staying in the same area as all of the fighter pilot jets and all of that.
Yeah, I'm not even going to pretend to understand the science of all that.
Yeah, no, me either.
Lauren, you look like you just want to scream out fucking aliens.
No, I'm just
Aliens is
taking
such a
it in.
broad topic. Like, there's so much that we can talk about
Mm-hmm.
with all of this. Like,
Here's a question:
No.
eh,
Yes, answer. What's the question?
have any of you guys had any experience with weird alien-like
I think mine was
things?
sleep paralysis.
so mine is just a funny story. It wasn't actually aliens, but I'll tell in a second if you guys don't have anything.
I mean, like I said, I think mine might have been sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I only
Yeah,
fuck with demons.
yeah, my
No
only
aliens.
like
Only box with demons.
legit kind of one I think was sleep paralysis too. But
It's like I remember waking up one night and there was literally a glowing green entity standing above me, staring down on me, kind of thing, and I couldn't move, but I was able to close my eyes, and then I closed my eyes, and then maybe after what felt like 10 minutes, I was able to move my body and shit like that, and I opened my eyes and put the covers down from underneath my face, and I was like, hey, nothing's fucking there. So I would say, and it literally looked like, who's that bully from Hey Arthur?
which one?
No, I'm serious.
You
like
mean
it-
Hey Arnold?
No, or just Arthur, not Hey Arthur. My bad.
It looked like Pinky Barnes.
Yes, it was
A
fucking
glowing
Binky
green
Barnes, a glowing
Pinky
green.
Barnes.
Binky, hold on, I need to look at
God.
this just to make sure. Binky Barnes. Hold on. Yes, so it looked like fucking Binky Barnes.
Oh my god.
So essentially,
Way
you were
big
visited
arm.
by Shrek, a glowing Shrek.
Yeah, but like a more almond eyes. Oh
That
no,
is-
it went fucking back.
That is not Binky.
All right,
Oh my
no, that's
God.
World War II.
Oh my gosh.
Binky.
Oh man.
I had an experience. This was how many years ago? I actually believe it. It was a Florence and the Machine concert, and we were
naturally.
in Tinley Park, which actually, Jesus Christ,
Shrek.
I went to go see.
Hey now.
Went to go see Florence and the Machine at Tinley Park. And it's an outdoor arena setting. And where I was at the time and who I was with, we were just out in like, I don't know how to explain it. They have like these patio kind of seating things. And we were out by like the grassy area
Which place were you at?
in Tinley Park.
No,
I was
what
there
the
too.
theater?
Is that,
Hollywood Amphitheater?
is that it? I don't think that, is that it? I
That's
don't
the
know.
only one that I know of.
Maybe, possibly. I don't remember.
You were outside.
We
at
were,
a
but no,
concert.
there's a
I'm just
reason.
trying
There's a
to
reason
picture.
that it's specific for that. So the person I was with when I was at this concert, we were enjoying the concert, and at one point, don't ask me why, but I just got the feeling or the urge, like, hey, you should look up. And if you're at a Florence and the Machine concert, you can't tear your eyes away from the stage because she's a fucking deity in her own.
Yeah, that woman is a goddess.
I
But
still need to go
anyway.
see her.
Me and the person I was with, we go and we look up and we saw these three lights positioned in a triangular form in the sky above us while we were at the concert. And I remember us looking at one another and I'm like, you see that, right? And she's like, yeah, I see that. And all at once, the three lights in the triangular formation, they all darted off in separate areas. And we were like, what the fuck was
Dude,
that?
That's crazy. I was there, but I don't think I looked up once, so I didn't see that. But like,
So we were just like, okay, that was really fucking weird. Come to find out that years later, was it Blink-182?
mhm.
The singer from Blink-182?
Tom DeLonge. or
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
He took video of the same exact thing happening over the same arena years later, and the FBI got back to him and was just like, yeah, that's a legit, like, UFO scenario. We looked over the footage and everything, and it's legit.
He's done
So,
a lot since
he
like
has.
exiting Blink-182
Jesus
and everything.
Christ,
Like,
man! Like I never would have thought like the lead singer would like come out and be like, yeah.
Sure. cool, the lead singer has something happen, but because he's a lead singer, that's cool. Lauren has it happen, and it goes, oh, well, that's just Lauren.
What? What? No.
A way of always invalidating my experiences and chalking it up
But
to
you
me being
haven't,
crazy.
you didn't sing in Blink-182, therefore
Come
No.
on.
I don't
We're
believe
not.
Jack. No.
See, Cassidy even said it too.
No, but that's interesting though because they say
I'm
like
seeking a divorce.
From what?
no, my
From
parents.
you.
You can't split. But yeah, like they say aliens are attracted to all that energy, especially like, being in a space like that, like just the like a Florence and the Machine concert is just
The
otherworldly
content of
in
the
its own.
music and the people who
Who
tend to
says
listen to the
that they're
music.
attracted to that. The theory?
It's just
people?
another theory that has
Yeah,
been thrown out there.
it's-
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that like
They
big
use that
groups of-
energy to like.
Because think about it.
It's,
You're at a concert. You're having an amazing time. You're dancing. You're singing along. You're having fun. You're putting energy out.
Mhm.
Like, and then amplify that by, you figure how many people can fit out there,
Yeah.
especially if an outdoor amphitheater kind of scenario. So you've got hundreds of people all together vibing the same. Plus, it's all being amplified. So
Yeah.
It's
It
an
makes
energy thing.
sense, and I'm
Yeah.
not surprised it would have happened there. Like,
right.
but
now every time my friend and I go to a concert, we're always like, okay, we gotta look up at the sky and see if there's anything that we can see,
what if Florence Welch just got abducted, like on
Florence
stage?
Welch is a extraterrestrial
She's already enlightened. She doesn't
in
need
all
to
of her glory.
get
Yeah.
probed or anything like that. No, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
I mean, there's a couple of times when you were living out in Harvard that I thought oh my god. There's a couple times when you were living out in Harvard that I was like, I thought I'd see
That's that
something, and then it just kind of like disappears in like a second because you're driving out into this like dark roads in the middle of a rural field where there's no street lights or anything, all the way to get to where you were living at the time. So you'd be able to see the stars more clearly, and I was able to like familiarize myself a little bit more with the different formations in our area. So it was
That doesn't surprise me. You're like, fuck the road. I'm not going to watch the road that I'm driving upon. I'm going to stare at the sky. I'm
I
going to
told
stare off in
you.
the fucking field. Oh, hey,
That's
Austin.
why I don't like
Look
driving
how
at night.
green that grass is.
I'm very observant.
As I almost rear end somebody.
That's why I'm very observant, and I don't trust myself driving at night because I get
I don't trust you driving at all.
Oh my god, rude.
Yeah, no. Oh
I
my
get
God is who I pray
so-
to.
I get so bewitched by looking at the sky at
That green
night.
grass.
Yes, when something's beautiful, I can't help but take my eyes off it. That's why I'm so in love with you.
I could stare at you all day, Lauren.
Thank you. You're welcome. At least somebody loves me.
Excuse me.
I thought you were going to be. Like,
Well, that too.
This is
Oh,
why
okay.
I want a divorce.
that's fair.
No, but okay, so one time, this was a long time ago. I think I was still in high school, and my mom and I decided to go for a run when I actually like did stuff like that.
What is run?
Right, I know.
Stabbing
I
me.
know rum,
No, you stabbed me.
but not
yeah.
run. So, but we were at like the local like park, and we were running, and
Baby doesn't run.
my mom looks over, and this like light, just like this, and it I will admit, it was oddly bright for a house light. And my mom looks over and she starts freaking out. She's like, "It's aliens!"
What year was this?
Oh
Every
God,
day.
I was still in high school, so,
So LED lighting before you fucking knew that it was LED lighting.
I don't know. But it was in between 2009 and 2013.
LED lighting.
Aliens.
Let her finish. So she's freaking out. Here's me, like, ahead of her, hearing her freaking out, me going back and looking at it. And she's still freaking out about aliens. And then I look over, the light turns off, and I'm like, bitch, it's a fucking porch light. Keep running.
The whole trick of the light is a thing. Like, have you
So
ever...
I was right. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah.
So, before there was the circle, like the roundabout circle that they placed in the town here, there used to be, like, this weird 4 or 5-way intersection. And when, you know, at night, when motorcyclists, they ride together, sometimes instead of just, like, in, like, one after another, they'll ride side by side. So, I remember... it was the trippiest situation, like, having 2 motorcycles stop at the very same time at the same stoplight and being across from them, and all of a sudden thinking, oh, not registering that it's 2 motorcycles, one of them starts going ahead of the other, or they start spreading apart and thinking I'm tripping balls, or there's a fucking, like, transformer coming at me. Like, so trick of the light is a thing.
Oh, man.
Could you imagine how silly I felt after that?
Oh, I absolutely bananas.
Silly goose.
Oh,
Little
man.
stinker.
So on that note, if you guys have any, like, experiences with UFOs or aliens, or if you have any stories that you know of, or if you have any theories, or if you think they're real or not,
or
and
stories
why.
that you want us to look into.
Yeah,
with
If
it.
you or someone you know has been probed.
We want to be the first to know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
not
yeah.
family, not your therapist. Just ask
Spooky
bats.
boy and spirit
A
sisters.
trusted adult.
Yep.
Let us be number 1 in that line of
yeah.
contacts.
Yeah, we want to
But-
share your probe experience on
Only
season
if
2.
you're okay with it.
Yeah.
But
Jesus
yeah,
Where did they
Christ.
probe you?
throw
Were
it
they
our-
gentle about it?
Did they use
Throw them-
lube?
throw them our way. We want to hear about it. Yeah.
Again, even though we're on hiatus, we do have a couple of things up our sleeves in the meantime. It's not
Yep.
like we're going to be sleeping for a month and a half until our next season.
I don't know. I might be
So
sleeping for a month and a half. I need it.
We got a lot of things planned for season 2. So please, though, continue to like, share, and subscribe, because that helps us. That helps
Yes.
us so much. And two, give us insight on some things that you want us to go further into for next season. You know, we had some guest speakers this season.
Yeah, we
Do you
had
want to
two.
see do you want to see more of that? Do you want to see less? Like, what, give us kind of what you're feeling, and we can make sure to accommodate in season 2.
He wants to shut the fuck up. I mean, that's also a thing.
Oh my god.
More alcohol, less alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether or
Yeah.
not you like the structured episodes more or the more conversational ones as well.
Yeah, give us some of your insights, because we do truly take it to heart, and it helps us grow. It helps everybody grow. There's a lot of growing and
Yeah.
happiness
And
happening.
again, this is just our first season. Like,
and we're so excited we've made it this
yes,
I can't believe we made this far.
I know.
Right?
far.
Goddamn,
Right?
right?
Someone hasn't shut us down
Right?
at this point.
Freedom
Yeah.
of speech, baby.
If you guys could pick one thing about this season that you like was your favorite, what would it be?
This episode.
This episode?
It
Okay.
was so freeform and just like right off the cuff, and
Yeah.
it was like, no fucks given, let's just do it.
Lauren, what about you?
I don't know. I kind of liked our horror movie episode. I thought that was really cool.
I thought you were going to be like,
but-
I liked our first episode, Spiritual Awakening.
Yeah.
It was all downhill from there.
Usually the case.
I really liked having guest speakers on.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
was nice.
I think that was my favorite, was the one that, well, all of them were fun, but like Crystal's was great.
Yeah, no, Crystal and Carrie, thank you
Yeah.
so much. If you guys are listening, thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming on and joining us and sharing your insight and your experiences and everything.
And your
like that.
expertise with us.
Yeah.
We do plan on having more guest speakers next season.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to give too much away because what's the fun in that? I like the surprise aspect of it. We do have. What do we have? We have
a lot.
Yeah. We have a lot that we've really been planning and whatnot. It's just 2020 has really been a shit show for us. Like,
episode 1 for season 2 is going to be a mind fuck.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
So I'm actually happy that we have like 3 weeks to a month to like really deep dive into that shit.
Because it
is a mind fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That'll take a good chunk of research. We do want to get into more like obscure topics next season too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, let us know what you want to hear.
Yeah. We're open to anything, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Share with us, so that way we can share more with you.
Yeah.
Aww. And with that, happy holidays, everybody.
I can't believe this is it.
Not it.
No, well, like for season 1, yeah.
And we promise by the start of season 2, we'll be completely caught up on the episodes on YouTube as well.
Yeah. So we're getting there.
Thank you guys for all the support.
Yeah, thank you so
seriously.
much.
Stay spooky.